My morning routine is something that changes yet remains the same, like the trees rooted firmly yet swaying in a new direction each day, like the sky or like the ocean, each day the same yet each day a new territory. I used to feel conflicted by these parts of myself that wanted both sameness and newness at the same time. Isn't a routine meant to stay the same, I would think to myself? But there are lessons to be learned from the trees and the sky and the ocean. Maybe I too am able to hold these polarities of monotony and renewal in the same hand. Maybe they need each other. Maybe one makes the other possible. There are certain rituals that I rely on to nourish my roots and to ensure I grow outwards from a place of presence, gratitude, and love. In this video, I want to show you what those morning rituals are. I like to carve a pocket of calm in my mornings to allow myself to wonder, to observe, and to reflect. I try and find the stillness that allows me to tune into my mind, my body, and the quiet happenings of nature surrounding me. Sometimes this looks like a yoga flow, sometimes it looks like dancing, sometimes walking, sometimes meditation, sometimes swimming. I do my best to listen to how I feel and move accordingly. But a morning ritual that I can rely on to anchor me in stillness is stretching and meditating. I love slowly rising in the safe sanctuary of my bedroom that holds me with love before I enter into the day. I usually spend about 15 to 20 minutes moving through a few sequences of stretches, breathing deeply as I go. After stretching, I sit down for a 10-minute meditation, sometimes using guided meditations, gentle soundscapes, or just listening to the birds tweet outside. My morning journaling practice is always different. Sometimes I fall into poetic prose about the way the sunlight and shadows dance on my walls and how the trees sway outside my window. Or sometimes I delve inwards and reflect on my emotions. Beneath it all, there's always a deep sense of gratitude reminding me of my blessings and the love that surrounds me each day. Now I'm going to take my supplements. I've been taking this Essential for Women, which is a multivitamin from Ritual for the past few weeks, and I've been really enjoying it. Ritual are the sponsor of this video, which is how I found out about this supplement, but I'm really happy with this product and with Ritual as a company. All of their supplements are made traceable, which means that they share information about where they source the ingredients from and why they are in the supplement, which isn't something you get with all supplement brands. And I think it's really important for companies to have transparency, especially with supplements and things that you're putting into your body. The Essential for Women is a clinical-backed multivitamin for women aged 18 to 49. It includes a range of vitamins like vitamin D, vitamin E, B12, magnesium, folate, omega-3, But I also love that they have taken a less is more approach to this multivitamin, and they've left out ingredients that we often get enough of through food. I take 2 of these mint essence capsules in the morning, and they are delayed release, so you can take them with or without food. I've also been taking one of their stress relief capsules in the morning, which contains ashwagandha, saffron, and L-theanine. And you can get 25% off your first order from Ritual with a link in my description. Thank you, Ritual, for partnering with me. Some form of movement is essential to my mornings. Exercising is a form of meditation to me. It's a time when I'm fully present, a time when I'm focused and disciplined, when I'm in my body and my mind is quiet. This always sparks a sense of optimism and clarity in me that burns bright long after I finish exercising. This is my favorite serum to use. I've been buying it for a couple of years and I just really like the way it feels on my skin. And then I use this. This is like my holy grail. I got gifted this face oil a couple of years ago when I was doing a UGC job for this company called Eye of Horus, and I've been hooked ever since. And then I like to use my gua sha. I don't know if it's because it actually does something or because I just like the feeling. Another moment where I get to just stand still for a moment and breathe. I'm like, yes, I like this. And then we're done. And that is the morning skincare. And then I put some SPF on top. I just use this one from Cancer Council. Skincare done. And body care. Maybe you watched the video when I made my body butter, but this is what I use every day, every morning, every evening on my skin. It's the best. I'm really craving a smoothie, so I'm gonna go make a smoothie when I finish. I'm going to make a banana smoothie and a piece of toast with tomato, and going to choose tomato and dill. This is my favorite part of the morning, when I can just sit down and be outside, be present, observe, journal, have my drink, have my food, feel the sun. This was also my favorite part of my morning routine a couple of years ago when I had to go and work in the office, and I'd have to be at work at 8:30, and I remember I'd come and sit outside in the garden in the mornings, and it would always feel like there just wasn't enough. My journal entries in the mornings were always like, oh, I want to sit here for longer, but I have to go to work. But it really changed the game for me, having a morning moment of just calm, sitting outside, being present with like a drink or a piece of toast, just sitting down for that time in the morning, because I used to leave to go to work with like a piece of toast in my hand and be rushing out the door, like feeling so behind, and it just made me start my day with chaos. Whereas this feels like I'm starting the day with so much calm and presence, and I do think that how you start the day sort of bleeds into the way that you experience the rest of the day and affects how you feel for the rest of the day. And I feel like that's that whole like self-love is self-discipline rhetoric, because it's like you have to have discipline to have a morning routine and to start having a morning routine as well, because I think it does take like discipline, and you have to maybe do things that don't feel good in the moment, like sometimes like staying in bed or just going on your phone or doing things that are easier feels better in the moment. But when you think of yourself in the long run, you think of your future self and how good they'll feel when you do the things that take a bit more effort. That is self-love, which requires discipline. But yeah, and my morning routine is like everything to me. It's something I rely on so much to give me a feeling of like groundedness and peace and stability, especially when I'm traveling and in foreign places. My morning routine is always something I can rely on to like bring me back to this internal space of home. It feels like a superpower having routines and rituals that make you feel grounded no matter where you are, because it's like, oh, I'm here and like crazy like things are going on and maybe I feel out of place, I don't feel like myself in a lot of ways, but I can return to this inner place. And yeah, there's something really special about that, and something that I'm really grateful that I've built and developed throughout my life. Yeah, I was driving yesterday and I was thinking about how crazy it is that how we grow as people and how we grow into ourselves. And I was having a moment where I was like, oh, I've actually done a lot of growing, and like I feel really sure of myself in a lot of ways, which is such a comforting feeling when you come out of this like turbulent space of like your early 20s and adolescence. You're like, who am I? What am I doing? And you start to feel like you have a sense of self, you know? Anyway, I'm rambling, but I'm gonna eat my breakfast and do a bit of journaling and enjoy the sunshine before I go and start my work day.